Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you guys are new here. This is Tiffany and today I'm sharing with you guys some super easy dinners. These are all from our pantry. I kind of threw these together because I have just been so busy, you guys, and I've been cooking a lot from the pantry. Some of the stuff I haven't even been filming this week because I've just literally been playing it by ear, putting things together, using up what we have, trying to be more frugal in the new year. So that is my goal, is to use a lot of what we have on hand as far as meats, vegetables, things like that, and then get the fillers. But anyway, I'm sharing with you some easy recipes. A couple of these are a little older that I pre-filmed. I've got a ton of those, but they are so good. I'm going to add them back into my meal rotation because they're easy, they're cheap, and they're delicious. And that's what I'm all about, is just frugal meals that will feed your family that actually taste good. But today's video is extra special. It's with two of my friends here on YouTube. You guys know I've collabed a bunch of times with Tiff from Large Family Love. She's a superwoman. I don't know how she does all that she does. I'm just always in awe of her, just blown away by like all that she does. So you guys, also today's video is with my friend Sammy from Managing the Maze. Check out Sammy's channel, check out Tiff's channel if you guys haven't already. They're such sweet people, such sweet mamas. They work so hard at what they do with their videos, with being a mom, with just everything, and they are just fantastic ladies, and I know you guys will love them, and they have awesome recipes. So please give them some love. Tell them I sent you. I was super excited to be collabing with them today because I just love this community. I love when we can all get together and cook together and just inspire each other. And anyway, you guys, I'll stop rambling because you know how to do that. But also, you guys, not to be spammy at all, I work really hard. I try to work really hard in all that I do. But if you guys don't know, I'm a mom of four, and we are busy all the time, but I have an apparel store and I custom make everything. Everything is hand done, not pre-done, hand done by the order. So you guys, I added a whole bunch of new merchandise there. I'm going to add some more later this week with tumblers, things like that. Please go and check that out, and I'll link my handles for Instagram down below. That way you guys can follow me on there, and if you're on TikTok, all that kind of stuff. I'm learning slowly how to do this, but anyway, I will link all that stuff for you guys, and I'm going to try to do a giveaway soon. But I will quit rambling because I know this video is long. I appreciate you guys watching, and let's get going. Okay, tonight is shepherd's pie. This is like the simplified version, and I have let the meat sit, so now it is 2 brown. But this is just 1 pack of ground chicken. You can use a pack of ground turkey, ground beef, whatever you want to use. I picked up this ground chicken and I didn't have to thaw it, so I went ahead and used it. Seasoning it with some garlic powder and onion powder. So, onion powder, and preheat your oven to, I think, 400. I might be wrong on that. Let me double check that. Now I'll add garlic powder into this, and I'm not measuring it, you guys. I'm just making this up as we go for a simple shepherd's pie. And you just want to brown that through. You can cut up onion, do whatever you want with it. Now we're going to add some salt, just a little bit, because I don't want to add a whole lot of salt, and some pepper. And if you were going to make mashed potatoes, you can make your own. You just need 3 cups of mashed potatoes or instant mashed potatoes. I'm using the store-bought. I'm using this pack I got at Aldi's on sale. So all I'm going to do is pop this in the microwave. You just got to vent it and cook it, I think, for what, 3 minutes? Something like that. Super easy dinner. Yes, cook it for 2 minutes, and then you'll like stir it and cook it for an additional minute. So we're going to do that. It couldn't be easier. Hang on. So I'm going to make some brown gravy mix real easily. You can use a can of this if you want to, but I'm just going to put a cup of water in with this and cook it for a few minutes on the stove. So we're going to add the cup of water in. Brian is throwing Cheetos or Cheez-Its in the background because this is real life in our house. So we're just going to cook this. It literally only takes a couple minutes to do this, to let it thicken. But I didn't see any of the can, like, I just pick these up every now and then if I see them in the store, just to have on hand, because you can thicken soup and all kinds of stuff with this. So we're gonna do that. We'll come back. So the gravy is now thickened and the meat is cooked. So we're gonna take our 13 by 9 inch pan that I've already sprayed with cooking spray. We're gonna combine your gravy into the meat and stir it together. And then what you're gonna do is we're gonna put this on the bottom layer. And if you have, you can use like a bag of mixed vegetables that are frozen. I'm not gonna use those. We have tons of those. I'm really the only one that will eat those. Ryan's not a fan. Like, everybody has like their preference for a vegetable in things. Like, Lainey hates cooked carrots. Ryan doesn't like peas. Like, I'll eat them all. Emily and them don't like the green beans. So the mixed vegetables are out. So I'm going to use corn because everybody likes corn. So I've got the 13 by 9 inch pan sprayed. We're going to dump all that meat into there and just put it on the bottom. Just spread it out. Probably didn't need this big of a pan. Now we're going to add the can.
Who's rolling in mine?
If you want to add more than one, you could add more than one of those. Okay, now the mashed potatoes are going to go on top. So let's go ahead and spread those. For some reason, this just doesn't, like, the meat doesn't seem to spread enough, and the potatoes, I guess they'll be okay. I was trying to make it in for one batch, and it sucks because it says a 13 by 9 inch on all the recipes. I guess it'll work, but it just barely covers it. There we go. And then we're going to get some cheese out and top this with cheese. So now we're going to top this with cheese. And make sure your oven's preheated at 425. I think I told you guys 400. And then we're just going to bake it for 15 minutes. I think I'm going to throw some crescent rolls into the oven with this. And I've got green beans as an additional side for the ones that actually eat green beans. Or you can serve it with a salad or whatever you want. So there's that. We're going to put that in the oven and we'll come back. So here is the shepherd's pie. Yum. And I've got some green beans and I've got crescent rolls in the oven waiting to come out. And here it is. So all we're doing is I took a bag of this. We're going to make this easy taco bake tonight because it's super easy. I didn't feel like thawing the ground beef because, you know, they come in a pack. So I'm just taking this plant-based stuff because they don't even know the difference. It tastes exactly the same. All we're going to do is brown this until it's brown. Oh, actually it is brown already, you know, because it's not real meat. But we're going to cook that till it's not frozen anymore. And then we're going to add in a packet of taco seasoning mix and the water that's needed on the back, which is 2/3 a cup. And then we'll add the other stuff. Okay, so now we're going to add in the taco seasoning. This is such an easy dinner. So we're going to add this in. I'm actually going to I'm going to put some diced green chilies because they are my favorite now. You can just feel free to add whatever you want to this, honestly. Add 2/3 a cup of water. There's the other one. So we're going to add that. Now let's add the green chilies. So here are the green chilies. Just give them a nice extra little bit of flavor. This meat, I highly recommend this fake meat because it tastes so good. And you can't even tell, and it's quick. So now we're going to add the salsa con queso. So you guys, it was supposed to be salsa con queso, but what's wrong with queso blanco? Why that? Fine with me. The more cheese, the merrier. I'm just going to add all of this because I'm not going by what the real recipe is. I'm going by my own recipe, and we love cheese, as you know. So I don't think it's terribly bad, like the macros that are in this, if you're trying to be careful. Now if you wanted something low carb, here you go. You know, you could just eat this as is with some cauliflower rice or something. And do it, you know, do you. Make food how you want to make it. You don't have to follow everything to a T because everybody has different diets, different preferences, you know, all that. So that is nice. And cook through. We're going to go over to the pan. I'm going to make sure I get every little last drop of this though, because I had never seen this at Aldi's. I don't think, unless I've lost my mind. I usually buy the white cheese dip, which I 1,000,000% recommend. My friend Taylor Elmore got me hooked into that from Sam's Club. But it is the best stuff ever. I could drink it. So, but this is pretty good. I dipped some of my little sweet, or whatever chips they are, the chips I got from Sam's, but these are pretty good too. So, coming over here, I have this left over from a kit that I had bought. You're just going to take, it honestly says 3 tortillas, which makes no sense because you're going to layer this. Like I said, I'm not following the instructions. So, we're going to do what we can with what we have. I'm really just wanting to layer these in the bottom because they're making like a little casserole, and I've got more of these. So we're going to add the meat on top. And I'm still using my caraway pans. I need to link all this stuff. I'm really bad about that. I have so many Amazon links and I never take the time to add them. So I really need to start working with that, guys, so you can have access to things I actually recommend and actually use that are obviously affordable, because we don't have high-end stuff here. Very rarely. I mean, these caraway pans are pricier, but they're amazing. So we're gonna add that. Now we're gonna add some cheese. Because what is life without more cheese? So, and honestly, the more cheese I add, the less they'll notice that it's plant-based meat. But honestly, if they don't see it, they don't even know it, because it tastes so much like real stuff. So now we're gonna add another layer of this. I preheated my oven. I think it needs to be at 350. Add this. I think I got another pack of these. So we'll try to get another pack. It's kind of like a taco bake casserole, last minute, because Ryan's going to be on his way home from work and he is not overly excited for just plain tacos. So if I can incorporate them into something more exciting, he will eat it. He'll eat it anyway. It's just he's not a taco fan like I am. He could have burgers every night of the week or meatloaf or something like that and be happy. And me, I'm a taco girl. Tacos are my jam. And me and Emily. Emily loves tacos too. Let's add some more cheese. Actually, maybe we don't need that extra pack, because it's all going to like form together. So we'll just add the cheese. Like I said, we're just playing this by ear. I don't think it needs the extra layer. This will be soft. I'm going to serve it with some refried beans because I have those on hand to use. And it only takes about 20 minutes to cook this. And it's so easy. And you can add sour cream, guacamole, you know, make it how you guys prefer it and like it. That is, like I said, the biggest thing. Okay guys, we are going to bake this at 350 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes uncovered. And that is all. And then we're gonna get some refried beans out. So here is the casserole. Okay, so we're gonna throw together a quick dinner. This is chicken enchiladas. I think I've shared, I've touched on the same thing before. But anyway, super easy dinner. So you need 8 flour tortillas. So you guys know I've got a mixture of these. 3 cups of shredded chicken. All I did was I put the chicken in the Instant Pot and for about 25 minutes, because I don't trust the time. They always say like 12 minutes. I put it in for 25, 26 minutes with frozen chicken breasts, and cook it. And it always comes out perfect. And then I shred it. Easy, no fuss, like way to cook chicken. Then you need 4 ounces of cream cheese. We always keep this on hand, the like low fat kind. And then 3 tablespoons of butter, 3 tablespoons of flour, a tablespoon of taco seasoning. It says not the whole packet, but you know I'm going to end up using a lot more because I don't want to waste it. And then 1 can of diced green chilies and sour cream. So you'll need 3/4 a cup of that. So all we're going to do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees and get a 9x13 baking dish out. And then in the bowl, we're going to mix the chicken with the cream cheese, some garlic powder, and half of the cheese. So as far as like cheese, needing cheese, you need 2 cups of Well, it says Monterey Jack, but you can use whatever you have. So we're gonna use cheddar jack because that's what we have on hand. And then we're just gonna mix that together. And then we're gonna stuff this mixture into the tortillas. And then we'll cook the sauce on the stove, which is super easy. It's just gonna be the flour with the taco seasoning, with the butter, and then half of the shredded cheese. And then we'll just pour that over top of it once we stir in the sour cream and the green chilies, and that's it. I mean, it's so easy. You'll bake it for 22 minutes and you'll have dinner. So we've got sides already in the freezer. Let's go ahead and combine this together. So we're gonna take the chicken. I'm not gonna measure whether that's 3 cups or not because I don't think that that's important. Then we're gonna take cream cheese and we'll go ahead. It's supposed to be soft, like room temperature softened, because you know otherwise it's not gonna mix. So let me take this and I'm gonna microwave it. And we'll save the other half because you know we're always using that in recipes. And it's funny because I've never liked cream cheese, but now I don't mind it and stuff. And I might share a really yummy recipe or like dessert with you. Hang on a minute. Let me get this open. Okay, here is the cream cheese. I'll just microwave it for like 20 seconds to make it easier to mix. Garlic powder, I'm not going to measure the garlic powder because I don't do that. I just think garlic powder adds flavor to everything, and I probably add too much, but I mean if you wanted to measure, you could measure 2 teaspoons. And we're going to mix this together and we're going to put in half of the cheese, so that would be a cup. But I guess for camera purposes we'll measure, but you know me and cheese, so there's a cup because we're going to use the other cup to put on top. So then we're just going to mix this together. This is going to be our filling inside the tortillas, and it turned out so good last time. And I've made different variations of this, but I like the healthy version I made, which I don't know if you'll see that video before you see this one, because we, like the kids just said, we just had chicken enchiladas this week, and they turned out really good. But Ryan requested the normal recipe, so that's what I'm making tonight. So let's mix that. Okay, let's get the tortilla. Okay, I've sprayed it out, getting the tortillas out. We're gonna use ones we already have because I'm gonna save those carb counter ones that are super pricey for a different day. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We actually had just enough left. 8. So we'll go ahead and start stuffing these and filling these. I'm sure some of this could use a little extra. My chicken's not hot, so then you'll just stuff them. Sorry for the light in here. I think it's okay today. It's just my big light went out. And our kitchen light is terrible, and it gets dark so much earlier, so my lighting creates a shadow sometimes. So I know in a previous video you guys may have seen that shadowing. So I need to get another bulb. All we're doing is just rolling this up. This is so easy. And most of the stuff you probably already have, because like I said, you don't have to buy the specialty cheeses just because a recipe says it. Chicken is something we usually keep on hand, at least in the freezer. So this could be like a pantry staple type recipe. You guys know I stocked up on green chilies because they don't usually carry them at our Aldi. So every time that I think about it, I go in and get some when I'm shopping at Aldi just because it makes it that much cheaper. And I've been adding green chilies to so many recipes lately. Even if it doesn't, like, obviously I create my own a lot of times, so if it doesn't ask for it in like a taco recipe or something, I add it in because it just amplifies the flavor. Or the taco soup, or the chicken soup, like chicken fajita soup. It just takes it up a notch. I don't know. Maybe you guys, I don't know if you guys like it or not. So we got a little bit more. I was trying to like fill these and not waste the chicken. So there's another. And the sauce just kind of ties it all together that we're going to make. Also, pantry staples that you already have on hand that you'll make it with. This probably would have been better if I would have softened this a little more, but everything was in the fridge. The chicken I just got done, but I'll let it cool. So I bet it would have like formed better, I guess, if I would have let it be hot, so it would have melted some of this cheese. But anyway, here is this part. Fits perfectly in my old pan. There's that. Now we're gonna make the sauce. So over here, we're gonna add in 3 tablespoons of butter. 1, 2, 3. And it might help if I turn the actual stove or the actual stove on. So we're gonna let that melt. Once this melts, we're gonna add in the 3 tablespoons of flour, and we're gonna like mix that together. And then we're gonna add in, oh, I forgot the chicken broth. We need chicken broth, guys. We need 14.5 ounce can of chicken broth, which is equal to 2 cups. So I always keep that on hand. I actually use it when I make the chicken in the Instant Pot, so I'll get that out. Okay, now we're gonna add in 3 tablespoons of flour. 1, 2, 3. So now we'll add in the 2 cups of chicken broth. Let's see, 1, 2. That should be all of that. Almost. That's pretty. Emily's painting in the background. Stir this together. We're gonna add in. It doesn't say to add the whole thing. We're just gonna add the whole thing. But you could probably add the 3 tablespoons or whatever, but whatever. We're just going to add the whole thing so we don't waste that little itty bitty bit. I'm going to get my whisk out to break this down. Because otherwise it's going to clump. We still got to add in, let's go ahead and add in the green chilies. And then the last thing to add is the sour cream. We'll get the measuring cup for this. Okay, let's add in 3/4. So 1, because I don't have a 3/4 cup. And 1 more. So there is 3/4. And now we need to add in 1/2 cup of cheese. We'll add in the 1/2 cup of cheese and mix it together. And then this sauce will be done, and we'll just pour it over top of our, see how it changes the color? We'll add in a 1/2 cup of cheese. And we'll sprinkle the top of the fajitas with cheese also, once that's where the other half comes in. So we already put 1 cup in. I'm not measuring this. Here's what I consider a 1/2 cup. You don't want to boil this because otherwise, you know, you just want to get it nice and like melted, but not boiling, because it'll start clumping. So I have a little tiny bit of sour cream, not worth saving, so I'm just going to use it. And this is the sauce. So there's the sauce. Now we're going to pour it over. So here's the sauce. So let's go ahead and pour the sauce over top of this. Like I said, you should have your oven preheated already to 350, and you're just going to bake it. It says for 22 to 25 minutes. Last time I didn't even bake it that long because it's already cooked. Everything's already cooked in it. So you really just watch your oven. And we'll sprinkle it with cheese on top.
I'd be all over me.
Cheese, and then we'll sprinkle it on top. And here are those enchiladas. Look how good they look. I don't know if you can see how clear those look. There. Yum. They smell so good. Okay, friends, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it gave you some super easy meal ideas for the week. All that can be made from stuff in your pantry. And I appreciate you guys watching. You know I love you all. I appreciate you all. Go check out Tiff's channel, Large Family Love, and go check out Sammy's channel, Managing the Maze, when you get done watching mine, and give those ladies some love. I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you guys.